Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Shelter. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the news version earlier, then you can go to Patreon, where it's $5 a month, $54 a year, or actually $50 a year. My bad. So, in the last Let's Play, we updated to 4.0 or 40 and restarted the game, which consists of the usual, but then something new happened. Alon appeared, and we went, "I can see right through you with my special eyes, my brand." Yeah. And he was like, "So, what does that entail?" And we said, "Oh, that you really want Rune's bone." And he's like, No, I just want to challenge him. Yes, challenge him, of course. Because I want to defeat him and reclaim my honor. Well, something. Time passed, Rune appeared, and then Alon's like, "I challenge you to another duel." And he's like, "Seriously, it's the 15th one." At which point, which ended up with them making a bet. If Alon wins for the first time, he gets Rune's sword, and Rune has to say that Alon is the better fighter. But then Rune was like, "And if I win, what do I get?" And he's like, "Anything." He's like, "Anything? Anything. Anything. And then we pointed out, this is Rune we're talking about. And after a bunch of surprise, he was like, "No, yes, I'll do it. I will fight for my honor." And as you can see here, yeah, Rune is being all, he ain't gonna go easy on the wolf. No, sir. So don't reset our face. And also, just note, it's kind of funny in hentai games or age games, you know, sex games, where it's like, if you're overpowered but you really want to get banged, it's like, "Oh no, I fell down and I'm so vulnerable right now." You know, kind of thing, because like if you don't, then you min-max or whatever, then you actually beat the guys that you want to bang, and it's like, dang, I wanted to get a wooed. Sad. Reset face again. And seeing Alon's H-game thing. Oh no. Today, I'll give him a defeat he won't easily forget, and will be a bit sore for afterwards. Unless he actually manages to defeat you this time. He's a clever one, and he said he's prepared. Rune simply chuckles. He pats my shoulder, turns around, and leaves the tavern, with his fluffy tail wagging side to side. Well, I guess it's happening now. I'm curious how this whole duel thing is gonna play out. I'll ask Rune tomorrow. Somehow, I'm very concerned for Alon. Early afternoon. So let's see, there's Mr. PP Boy. Dandelion, I think. Guys talking about sausages, maybe? Sausage. I could go for best worst. Oh, maybe speed this up a smidge. Whip it do. Because I would kind of want to skip. But then, I don't know. Okay, we'll put it a bit faster. I just need to keep an eye on that skip button. Yeah, I'm watching you skip buttons so you don't suddenly switch. Oh, we're setting up the toilet. Using our special brand. Okay, I guess we switch back. Would there be a way to have it so it doesn't skip past... Skip unseen text? No, that would be bad. Okay, with that done, we'll just have to wait a few more minutes. To check more cables, connect to the next chamber, wait for other part to buffer. Man, this is a nightmare. As much non-stop tires me out. Loading, what notes where. Get focus, starts me up, direct to do. And isn't come down and up again with break. Days right now, sat here watching numbers slowly go up. Everything feels more painfully slow than usual. Oh, is this like, hey, this is new. It's painfully slow for some reason. We're gonna do other stuff. I should take a nap. No, I shouldn't. What if it happens while I'm asleep? Can't have it up for the past few weeks. Always busy with some another. Maybe I'll have some steam now. Once I do, I'm sure to end up sleepier than I already am. That wouldn't be good either. Okay, let's see what we can spy on chill today. Uh-huh! Also, that's kinda weird. I pushed myself off the chair, stretched my back, and leaned over another console to browse through something that's sure to distract me for a couple of minutes. Are we having our eyes still going? I set off scrying screens across shelter, the cams. Scrying screens. I start with one of my favorite cam, the dimly lit corridor where somebody sometimes passes in the far background. It's not a spot popular with dogs, but since today is Skies Ablaze Day, there's a higher chance of catching someone wandering in there. I like to see somebody wandering. Ah, someone's passing. How exciting. Quickly zoom in on him. Mash the Enhance button. Wait, that doesn't actually exist. Oh, it's Teak. He looks so down. Is he talking to someone? I should be able to listen to him if I only go to the sound options and he's gone. I switched the feed to the cam in the section he went towards, but of course, it's just white noise. Most of the cams are like this, black screen with white noise, no feed like that. The one I looked at was one of my favorites because it was fully functional and in a place that wasn't always deserted. Still, it's a bit like hunting or fishing. Lots of waiting for very rare catches. Maybe that's not the pinnacle of entertainment, but I don't drown in options here. Sometimes I get so bored waiting to play with the relic abacus. Wait, I play with the relic's abacus? Oh, I was thinking of something else. Sorry, give me a sec. Sometimes my throat's just like, hey, we're gonna be filled with stuff. And not the hot stuff. But anyways, I have a guilty pleasure feed I've never told anyone about. The only working one outside. A terrible spot to get a glance of the skies. But a perfectly nice one for dog watching. A boulder popular is as a bathroom among their people. A dog I haven't seen before uses it right now, with one knee raised, his cloak looking fancy, brand new, so he must be a guest from the south. I don't have a particular kink for pee stuff. Aww. Watching them using that boulder fills me with a weird sense of joy. Maybe it's a sense of pride for managing to train my dogs to piss outdoors? Pass 'em. Since it's another fully functional cam, I play around with a bunch of its audiovisual functions. I zoom in at the shiny metal buttons of his coat, then enhance the resolution so much I can see his companion in the reflection, then zoom in and enhance a reflection in the reflection. Okay, I'm sorry, this isn't... What was that one show? I don't know. Man, ancient technology is amazing. Though, if we want to hack the ancients thing, we need to have two people on the same keyboard hacking. The peeing stranger dog leaves, so I zoom back out to the initial skill and start going through filters, magnetic vision, noise vision, night vision. Okay, thermovision. That's a good one. The moment I enable it, I can see the whole picture in gradients of colors going through blue, yellow, and red hues. The P-spot is a rising beam are shown in warm colors. I haven't told anyone about this cam. I don't even look through its feed that often. I know, it's kind of weird to spy on my dog's pain, but it feels like that's the closest thing I can do to feel like I'm part of their exciting day. That's a bit depressing. At the pace that the progress bar buffer fills up, it should take maybe another 5 minutes or so to finish. Continue switching from cam to cam while waiting. Black screen, white noise, more white noise. I wish I knew how to fix them. It would be so fun to be able to see what the dogs do across shelter. I actually tried repairing one of these cams we have in the tavern, but I completely fried it in the process. One day, we'll figure it out. For now, all I can do is just... Come on, just a small lick. You know you want to. Huh? Who's that? Is that Rune's voice? I stare at the black screen, with my heart beating hard in my chest. Is my husky bud being naughty with someone? From feed, F1243. Huh. That's a very secluded room in a deep section of shelter, on one of the higher floors. Sometimes you hear something in game and you're not sure if it's out of game. I hear a growl. Whoever Rune is with right now doesn't seem to be happy. Or maybe that's just some kinky roleplay. Rune never struck me as a non-con type, but he sure is kinky. I'd better listen a bit more and confirm he's not being a bad boy. Come on, don't be like that. You came this far. You wouldn't break your word now, right? You said anything, Wolf. Anything? Anything. Oh crap, wait a sec. You said just to bust a quick nut, and that's all you're gonna get. Let's just be bloody done with it. No way. Alon and Rune? What's going on? Have they already finished their duel? Expected Rune to win, and it would certainly be very much in character for him to ask something naughty as a prize, but I'm still surprised by Alon's compliance. Alright. Just a quick nut is fine with me. Oh, you're about to feel things you've never felt before. I'll make you howl my name, Wolf. No, don't lick me. Get your dirty face away from me. I can hear the sound of a single punch, followed by Rune's pathetic, overly dramatic whine and grumble. Serve him well, I'd say. After a quiet, okay, I hear them rummaging through the stuff in the room. Pieces of Rune's clothing and armor fall to the metal ground. Then a sound of 100 daggers wrapped in leather join the floor. Then another dagger, and another, and another. Wait, are they actually going to do it? I shouldn't be listening. They're two semi-consenting adults. They have the right to do whatever they please in privacy, right? But on the other hand, I have to make sure Alon's safe. After all, Rune can be unpredictable, and wild in general, even more so when he's horny. Usually, that's not a big issue with how sexually active dogs are in general, and I know for a fact that Rune is a massive versatile service switch of a kind of guy. Is a massive versatile service switch kind of guy. Don't exactly know what all those words are together, but anyways. Always keeping the pleasure of the partners in mind. I guess just versatile. That one time we did it in the empty elevator shaft. Oh boy. However, this time with Alon, I can't help but worry a little. I know Rune doesn't like wolves, and Alon is a prideful person. I have to confirm that whatever prize they agreed on isn't going to actually hurt him. Most importantly, a quick nut, huh? In the end, as hard as it is to admit, there's only one question at the forefront of my mind, and that's, who's gonna be fucking who? You don't happen to have any grease on you, do you? No, not for that. Pre-cum is great, but if that's all we have, it can still be a little rough. Some kind of lubing would would be helpful for a smoother experience. Let me just look back here. Okay. After I accidentally did one video, what was it called? Furry Shades of Gay, and then I looked back and there wasn't any sound thing up. I was like, hopefully they don't just stand by the door while I was having, talking about two dudes fucking, you know? I know. I've taught before, dozens of times. I know how that works. Only dozens of dogs? That's cute. Not just dogs, ruins too. Tougher than your overused holes you've ever touched. You can use your dirty mouth. That will shut you up. Okay, that answers that question. Alon's bottoming Faroon. Hot. I wish his cam wasn't broken, and I could see more. With nothing but a black screen and sound feed, all I can do is listen and imagine what's happening. There's a long pause, and then a high-pitched, surprised yip, hurriedly corrected with a deep and gruff cough. I imagine that Rin surprised Alon with the first touch of a cold, wet nose in his hole. As I listen to the muffled sounds of Rune lapping Alon, I can't help but let my hand wander towards the tent of my pants. I know it's kind of wrong to spy on my friends and get off to it, but that's okay. No one will know. Damn, I'm horny. Wolf, you've got... No, wait, you have something there. Inside your butt. There's like a wrapping? Is that? Ouch, ouch, don't pull, don't... Holy heck, mate. You had a lockpit hidden in your ass? One of the few emergency ones, yes. You have more? You better get rid of them, or you're gonna get hurt when I go to town on you. How? Where did you keep them? Alon doesn't reply. After a short pause and a sigh, the licking noises continue. The wolf growls once again, but his voice turns higher pitch over time. I can imagine he feels really good having his butt surfaced by Rune, even though he won't admit to it. Rivalry, honor, and all that. It's quite commendable of Alon to keep his word to Rune, even though the husky shouldn't have taken advantage of the poor wolf in that way in the first place. I guess that's just how canine minds work. Alon wouldn't stop challenging Rune, so he had to have the husky assert his dominance once and for all. It will. Or at least show how they can properly justify their repressed thirst for each other or something. It's often a wasted effort trying to understand those dogs. You getting hard? What? No! No? Then what's that smell? Let me... Don't touch it. Ouch. Sure. No action for the wolf cock. Got it. Kinky. Only the wolf ass gets the touching. I mean, if you prefer for me to nudge you instead, and grace you with the taste of the superior lupine manhood, then we could change the terms of our bet to... Oh, ha. Silly wolf. Trying to get out of your promise already? ... Aw, why are you so quiet? I wish I could see your face right now. Your ears must be so red right now. Do dogs' ears get red? I don't know. Don't really tend to look at dogs' ears. But I haven't had a dog in a while. Actually, oh, yeah, we haven't. Is this why you insisted on going into a dark room? So I can see how adorable you look right now? Just get on with it. Oh, Rune. Of course, I knew he would tease poor Alon. He's testing and learning his buttons. And I can be certain he will take full advantage of all his weaknesses. Maybe it's good Alon is going away tomorrow. Are they going to kick the cam? Because I think that there's like a picture of Alon going to... Ooh, wait a sec. Did Room say they're in a dark room? Could it be that the cam in the room isn't busted at all? And the black screen I'm seeing right now? Oh wait, Christmas human? Is it because of the things? Oh, my dog. It works. It's all functional. Filters and all. They're just doing it in pure barkness. I take the other hand off my crotch too, feverishly browsing through the options to adjust the night vision modes. I could totally jerk off to those shapes, but I know I can do better. I have this night mode here. It emits just the faintest ray of invisible light. And it would be interesting to see what this looks like, though I guess I'll have to look for it. And if you want to look at it, it's available on itch.io. Though if you want to see what's on the next ones, then subscribe to them. Hecking jackpot. Smells good, doesn't it? You sure you don't want to taste before I stuff it between your sweet buttocks? You had my oath, but nothing more than that. You won't have my affection. There's none of that left in my dark heart to give in the first place. And I promise you that nothing bright shall take root in it through this vulgar act. I just want this torture to be over. Oh, hey, don't be like that. If you don't want it, just say so and we'll stop. Of course, by doing that, you'll prove that what I've always known about trusting the word of a wolf. Remember, you were the one who offered the bet. Plus, you'd miss the best sex of your life. Still, I'm not someone who would force myself on a weak, defenseless pup. If you want to run away with your tail between your legs, then scram. Alon lets out a growl at that. He looks so pathetic and embarrassed in equal terms. Arun's lips curls into a triumphant, lecherous grin. If it didn't take almost half an hour to get them and come back, I'd probably run and stomp them. Or, better not. It pains me to see embarrassed Alon almost as much as it aroused me. Since I can't do anything about it, the best I can do is observe and make sure that Rune remains a good boy and keeps Alon's comfort in mind till the end, despite the dirty talking. After all, his promise of best sex in his life isn't just empty gloating. It's gonna be the first time I watch him topping somebody else than me, and I've intended to enjoy the show thoroughly. Really? I find that surprising since, Rune supposedly, well, I guess he does bottom sometimes. Or half the time. He does everybody. As expected, the prideful wolf remains on the table. He takes a deep breath and raises his trembling legs to expose himself to wound. Do your worst. Rune grins at that and licks his chops in delight. He traces his claws over the wolf's thighs for a moment before taking a firm hold of one of his buttocks and aiming the tip of his cock at him. He tries a few times, jabbing him lightly, and he seems to have difficulty finding the hole. He only smears the watery precum over Alon's fluffy butt and taint, mixing it with his saliva. How is it that people have a hard time, getting into the hole? Just saying. You just kind of lean back lightly, and it's not that hard. Though being mostly bottom sometimes, sometimes I have to be up a bit higher, a bit lower. There you go. I don't know why it's hard for others. It's surprising to see Rune having issues aiming his cock, considering he's both one of the greatest warriors and the greatest whores in the world. Dog damn it, Wolf. I can understand wanting to fuck in some nicely dim ambiance, but why the heck in complete darkness? No reason. Don't think about it. It's just... Gotcha. I guess it's because of his pink, wiener. Pull it out. Pull out! Relax, mate. It's just the tip. Just don't... Ow! Is that another lockpick in there? Suddenly, Rune pulls out with a painful grimace. Did Alon clench around him too hard? You said do your worst, but you're acting like you've never taken dog dong before. Of course I haven't. No canine has ever ventured into those bark depths before. I'm a top, I told you. I guess you actually are. Huh. Color me surprised. What's that supposed to mean? Rune slobbers his middle finger and stuff it into Alon's butt. The wolf can't retain a high-pitched moan, as the husky's digit wiggles inside him. Alon quickly forces out deeper, gruffer, growlier grunts as he keeps that tone, even when the second finger enters him. A good minute of stretching follows, and Alon's mounting on Rune's fingers as it seems his prostate gets milked. A technique Ledger introduced to the husky, and then he perfected it through hundreds of sexual encounters. It looks like the wolf is so completely lost in those sensations, he doesn't even notice when his partner swamps the finger of the tip for his cock yet again. At least, not for a good moment. Eventually, his focus snaps back, and he orders Rune to proceed slowly. The husky is an eager lover, but a carrion one. He stops and settles inside Alon whenever he hears the sound of discomfort. He stays like that for however long it takes the wolf to grow comfortable with the pleasure. Maybe I should just do it like this. At a couple of points, the discomfort becomes too much and the dog gets forced to retract completely. Maybe. At one point, Rune asks Alon yet again if he would rather give up and try again another time, but the wolf refuses. Talking like this. Seeing how much effort Alon puts into fulfilling his part of the bargain, Rune stops even teasing him at all. I can hear genuine concern in his face. I'm concerned too. Alon is a weird but genuinely mysterious guy. I've known him for months, and I still don't know how his mind works. What drives him? Why is he going through all of this, really? Honor is exactly the first thing that comes to mind when you think of a rogue assassin spy wolf kind of guy. He acts like he hates Rune, but is he actually into him? I mean, our special eyes showed that. No. There are too many things that wouldn't make sense if that were the case. I'm starting to suspect that whatever Alon's tragic backstory could be, maybe unkept promises could be part of that. Huh? Oath and honor, his integrity. Those things are more important to him than any pain or shame he's going through right now. I'm just saying that if you aren't ready today, we can try this another day. For a tight ass like that, I can wait however long it takes. Shut up, don't patronize me. I don't need your pity. You think I can't take a cock? I can take your sorry twig more than anything you could ever throw at. A half of Rune's cock slips in, making the wolf groan loudly. He rests there for a moment, and then pushes the rest of it in, while Alon crawls across the table surface. The wolf pants, but this time he doesn't push his partner out. Rune stays inside, with the half-inflated knot resting against the fluff of his buttocks. They remain like that for a while, without any further movement. Rune pets Alon's legs to comfort him, and both of them take their time to relax. It's hard to look at their faces, knowing that they can't even see each other. Rune has a blissful smile, like he's in a trance, much calmer than the faces he usually shows when interacting with dogs. Alon looks vulnerable and tense, but that slowly mellows down into an expression of pleasure. Without a single word spoken between them, they ride that sensation of their carnal union. Then Rune slowly retracts, only a single inch, and then back in, gently. Even a careful movement like that makes Alon let out a moan. Another gentle buckle follows, then another. It takes a lot of patience and gentle whispers from the husky to make his partner relax, and over time, it seems to become easier on both of them. A forced deep growl mellows down into huffs of comfort, then pleasure, as every single hump of the wolf's mind seems to be put into a lustful haze, same as the dog inside him. The husky's right forearm brushes against Alon's exposed back. Is he facing up or... I don't know which position he is. Anyways, as his left hand's claws continue scratching down its legs, eventually reaching his adorably pink foot pads. He squeezes and rubs them with his fingers. As the pace of his humping grows in speed and intensity, overwhelming the wolf's senses with both comfort and lust. Very soft beans you got here, mate. Good for sneaking around, eh? He has a good pedicure thing. Alon only pants in response and hugs the edge of the table as Rune's big, hard, red shaft strips him of both his words and his focus with every wet slap against his right entrance. The right entrance? I zoom in at that beautiful erect cock, at the pre-cum wetter black balls underneath, at the panting maws of both the strong canines, at the pink paws, pads, and claws. And as I feverishly jerk myself off with my free hand, I wonder, would it be very wrong if I saved the recording of this moment somewhere only I could access? Rune's pace picks up. His veiny, streaming hot snot seems to engorge even more in size, in small pulses, as it smacks against Alon's ass, splashing droplets of pre-cum between their groins. He traces claws against the pink foot pads for the last time before combing through the black fur at the back of his calves, then over the side of his thigh, his buttocks. As he relentlessly humps the wolf's willing ass, making a wet mess of overflowing fluid at the edge of the table, his fingers brush over his partner's sides, his well-defined abs, and then reach toward his groin. Oh, someone's joined hymns. Don't look! To both Rune and my surprise, Alon snaps in panic at the moment he feels Rune touch his junk. The clawed fingers only wrap around it, tighter in response. What the heck, mate? Don't look. Touch it. Don't. Damn, mate, chill out. I can't see crap. What are you even so afraid of? Shy to admit you're having a good time? Alon growls and kicks Rune's face again, but the husky only smiles and rubs his cheek into it. His mischievous, lecherous side only gets fanned hornier with Alon's impotent defiance. Yes, that's it. I'm totally ashamed of growing hard on you. There's no other reason, no secrets or anything. Rune chuckles and takes a deep sniff of Alon's pink-colored pads before giving them a quick tongue bath. He links over the big, squishy pads, over the small toe pads and bright claws. I'm not really into that much into foot stuff, but damn, do I love canine pads and claws. Oh yes, lap those toes, you dirty top. Delicious beans, a nice sizable nut. With all the kicks in my face. Don't squeeze, don't like, I'm gonna, fuck. Like all the previous times before, Rune shuts Alon up by resuming his humping. The rock-hard dog-cock thrusts through the black wolf's depths, fucking droplets of pre-cum out of the bright wolf hood. The liquids drop down the shaft, connecting and growing heavier with other droplets as they run all the way down the husky's fingers, shaking from the ongoing rutting. The pace keeps picking up, and both of them get completely lost in the lustful haze. Alon gives Rune a few more weak kicks at the side of his snout, but it doesn't faze him in the slightest. Yes, I know his face is of undefinable primal desire all too well. They've passed the point of no return, and right now, Rune wouldn't stop even if Alon begged him to. He groans out and growls as he ravages the wolf's body with progressively less concern for his comfort, only seeking the path for his own release. The red knot pushes against and stretches his anus with growing force, sandwiched between the dripping wet buttocks and slapping against them with lewd, wet noise of feverish mating. Alon seems not even to be aware of what's happening anymore, as he yelps high-pitched moans of blinding pleasure, unable to put up even the faintest growly facade. With every push of the red knot against Alon's anus, his cock goes through long spasms, and visible pulses of his bulbous knot. The hole stretches wider, the pink shaft twitches harder and longer, the knot grows to its full size. And right as Rune's knot finally slips all the way into the black wolf's body, Alon's eyes grow wide, as if the sensation suddenly woke him up from a trance. Boy, he's stretchier than I am, just saying. No nodding! Feeling the invasion of the massive canine seed squirting manhood inside his body, Alon kicks and pushes against the husky's face and chest, desperate to free himself. Once his kick lands across the dog's rock-hard abs, making him lose his breath, I watch Rune's balls bouncing up and down in an ongoing orgasm as the wolf keeps pushing him away. The fist-sized knot stretches the cum-dripping ass, still in the process of growing even as it's getting forced out of Alon's body, and then, right as the angle ring embraces the widest spot, the black wolf lets out a loud groan as pearly white cum first drips then shoots out of his spasming shaft. His angle ring stretches painfully hard around the half-stuck. I'm actually... Focus! Not before finally pushing it all out with wet splotch. Oh, technically it was knotted, but not knotted. The husky's... I haven't been taking care of myself recently. Focus. You can focus. Sorry, I was thinking about nodding. The husky's grip on Alon's twitching balls and knot tightens as he growls and tries to force his knot back inside, but he grew way too big for that, flooded by the ecstasy of his ongoing climax. Thick ropes of lupine cum splash against the relic wanders in front of Alon. A small puddle of dog seed grows wide in between the husky's feet, overflowing from stretched abuse hole. Is he gonna pull out and come all over Alon? Two canines growl and ejaculate simultaneously, as if locked in unity of that overwhelming pleasure shared between them. The balls arch and spasm in time with each spurt of cum and twitch of balls, until finally the husky pulls from the whole shaft out and slaps on top of the wolf's thigh. The last few spurts shoot over the table right in front of Alon's face. The wolf curls up over him, over the wet and sticky table, panting in a haze along with his partner above him. Both their chests rise and fall in unison as their climaxes exhaust the final squirts of warm liquid. Hot. Just checking. Even though I checked before. Holy heck, mate. That was amazing. That's the best hookup I had in ages. Too bad we didn't knot, but I guess it technically wasn't part of the deal, huh? I didn't know if it's the whole darkness thing or something, but oh, mate. It was like my dick was on fire. Your ass is something else. Seriously. Still, I wish I could see you in a better light. It was so heckin' adorable to hear your growls turning into those cute moans and whimpers. I wish I could see your sweet face too. I'm starting to like you, you know? All those duels, and now this. You never needed to defeat me. You didn't need my sword. All you really needed was this. Thank you, mate. You're amazing. I'm glad we both enjoyed it. We're gonna do it again, right? Alon? Go to hell. Alon pushes Rune aside and swiftly collects his stuff off the floor. Then he leaves the room. Rune stares in the direction of the door in confusion. It's It's a pretty normal Alon behavior to be rude and dismissive, but it was still a bit surprising. It took him no time at all to switch from lustful to bloody to broody again. Huh? I just hope he isn't actually upset. That's just Alon being Alon, right? And yet, I can't know for sure. Right now, I can see his Rune wagging his tail. But he's surprisingly quiet. He leans against the cum-soaked table and keeps staring into the darkness in silence, lost in thought. All I did was spy on them through the scrying cams, and I'm basing my whole judgment on images and sounds. But Rune experienced Alon's words with canine empathy. What did he feel that I couldn't? I wish I could ask him. But how would I even explain to him how I know about it in the first place? Oh, well, whatever it is. How don't they find some time to talk it through? Skies Ablaze is a perfect day for Shelter's dog to find their truth, after all. Alon is one of Shelter, too. Is one? Maybe a piece of Shelter, too? Let me just put something somewhere so that I can save it for later. Boop. Maybe it's just the first step in some kind of bigger change. Oops, sorry. Reading yawns. I'll worry about it for later. For now, I should put all of my focus on more important things. And by that, I mean getting myself to climax while I still have the time. I frantically rewind the recording, back to the moment of their nodding and unnodding. Well, once I find it, the nasty error sound plays in the machine I was working on earlier. Dog dang it! With my rock-hard erection in hand, I turn around to see how much time I still have. If only it could wait literally 2 minutes more. But it can't. It can clearly tell that if I don't return to work right now, the unchanneled mana in the lower rear section of Shelter will cook everyone inside. They're probably starting to wonder why it's getting so hot in there. I sigh and turn the cam feeds off, after you forget about Alon and Rune for now, and get back to my responsibilities. The work here is too important to get more distracted than I already have. As for their little drama, they will figure it out. After all, this is their day, their community, and nothing more than just their nothing more than just the caretaker. It's time I make sure they have their shelter run smoothly for the important Skies Blaze tonight. Yep, it's overtime, but sex takes a while. I mean, apparently other people take I don't have a lot of sex, but apparently other people it takes a couple of minutes. That just seems so quick. So gonna be doing that. They'll just not one of them. I guess humans are solitary creatures. Skip. Give it a try, I guess. Okay, I guess it's back to, the rest of the stuff. I wonder how this route's gonna go anyways. Tell them? I am... Okay. Okay, this is... I guess it goes back to, Everybody's roots. That still leaves more questions than answers. What comes after this? Because usually in these things it's and that's the end of this route. Maybe? Yeah, pee-pee time. Hey, no pissing in the tavern. What? I wonder if there's more, but we'll save it and see. If there isn't, then that's going to be the end of this section stuff for like a hot minutes, maybe a month. But I guess you could, you know, poke Rouse and say, hey, I got to this part. Is there anything else after that? And he'll be like, yes or no. But that's going to be the end of this Let's Play. So comment, guys, like, comment, tips you like, dislike, tips as always. If you like my YouTube and would like to grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out the videos that we grow. And please remember to spay new animals to help control the pet population, because that's something that's important to me. And then, until next time, another Let's Play. Oh, yeah, and if you want to play this game, it's available for free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game, and I get the newest version earlier, then go to Patreon, where it's $5 a month, $50 a year. And until next time, me, GamerWolfSix, of Shelter. So thanks and see ya.